So we took a look at VHS Halloween. Yes. Nearly thought we weren't going to do it, but yeah, it all came together. So, like all the others, this is an anthology, right? So it's 6 segments, right? So it's all connected by Diet Phantasma, which was written and directed by Bryan M. Ferguson. We then have Coochie Coochie Coo, written and directed by Anna Zlokovic. We then jump to Supra Sic Infra, directed by Paco Plaza, who co-wrote it with Alberto Marini. We then jump to Fun Size, written and directed by Casper Kelly. And then we've got Kidprint, written and directed by Alex Ross Perry. It is brought home with Home Haunt, which is written and directed by Micheline Pitt-Norman and R.H. Norman. Right, so that's that. Now, in Diet Phantasm, we have David Hadrian as Blaine Rothschild, Anna McKelvey as Linda, Adam James Johnson as Larry, Eddie McKenzie as Lenny, and then Joshua Haynes, Alexander Cox, Aisha Lau, Becca Murray, Ivor Navarrete Jack, Yoi Minari, Tom Lowes, Joshua Freight Lowen, Daniel Cabananda, Greer Montgomery, and Milena Ross are the subjects. Bryan M. Ferguson voices the commercial that we hear. Right? In Coochie Coochie Coo, we have Samantha Cochran playing Lacey. Her best friend, Keely, is played by Natalia Montgomery Fernandez. The Mummy is played by Elena Musa. Diaper Man, played by Adam Carr. The Cheerleader is played by Charlotte May Curtis. The Swaddled Woman is played by Rebecca Kennedy. Rebecca. Yes, we spoke to her, a couple of years ago, I think. Kid 1 is Charlie Gert. Kid 2 is Samuel Charles. Kid 3 is Brian Cutter. Mum 1 is Jodie Fleischer. And Mum 2. Okie dokie. Yes, that is Coochie Coochie Coo. In Supra Sic Infra, we have Enric, played by Ty Planell. Vicky is played by Maria Romanilius. The Inspector is played by Ismael Martinez. Abdagoda is played by Alamendia Amor. Giueza, played by Sonia Alamasha. Secretario Judicial, played by Nesta Aguilera. Operador is played by Adrian Jimenez. Policia 1, played by Rule Romanilius. Policia 2, Ana Esteban. Policia 3, Javier Viva. Neo is Andreas Sirio Martinez. Demonia is Roberta Benitez. Chico Catrina, Sergio Argicio Marcino. Monica, played by Maria Samperido. Freddy, played by Leo Rodriguez. The Zombie, Nicholas Martin. Veronica, Sandra Escanilla. Safario, played by Matteo Fernandez. And Papa Noel, played by Chloe Carula. In Fun Size, Lauren is played by Lawson Grayson. Josh, played by Riley Nottingham. Haley, played by Jenna Hodgen. Austin, played by Jake Ellsworth. Fun Size, played by Michael J. Saliaf. Fun Size's assistant, played by Joey B. The Older Man, played by Eric Blitzer. Older Woman, played by Deborah Ramigalia. The Mum, played by Sammy Nye. Liam, played by Falcon Franco. And the daughter is Sloane Lucas Muldren. In Kidprint, Tim, played by Stephen Gutierrez. Maria Comstock, played by Lily Spicer. Bruce, played by Kyle Garrison. Lindsay, played by Bailey Paulson. Olivia, played by Siobhan McGrotty. Ashley, played by Christine Paxton. Lindsay, played by Bailey Paulson. Miles, played by Miles Emmanuel. Emily Kaplan, played by Sarah Nedwick. Michaela Kaplan, played by Nori Levitt. And Charlotte Kaplan, played by Peppa Guerrera. We have Alicia, played by Shino Nakamashio. Nicole, played by Evelyn Sfar. Local Cop, played by Saul Renindo. Betsy, played by Juliana Danielle Ferrer. Ethan, played by Declan Foley. Drew Stackhouse, played by Harlow Cozones. Okay, and Home Haunt. Zach is played by Noah Diamond, and the younger version of Zach, played by Oliver Durant. Keith, played by Jeff Harms. Nancy, played by Sarah Nicklin. Rich, played by Rick Baker. Judy, played by Silameth McLean. Antique Shop Store Clerk, played by Jennifer Johansson. Samantha, played by Haley Ruth Jacobs. She's also the ballerina girl. And the ballerina girl double is played by Iris Rich. Bubblegum Boy, played by Matt Dixon. The executioner is Sean Barub. Billy is Leighton Khan. Bumblebee Dad, played by Manuel Raphael. Scout Teenage Girl, played by Monica Evans. And she's also Ashley. Isabella Felicina is Brittany. Male Rotting Ghoul is Eric Edward. The Witch, Lies Johnston. Flying Witch is Witcheline. Okay. Mummy Boy, played by Mikael Martin. Catgirl is Bianca Thompson. Catgirl's mum is Ashley Thompson. And Middle-Aged Man is Jim Barnes. So, yeah, that was VHS Halloween. And here's the thing, right? I was having difficulty getting this to work. So, mad props to Rob and Rule at Brigade for helping sort all the lava out. But I will say, I think this might be my favorite VHS that I can remember, right? I haven't watched them all, but I've watched a lot of the later ones. I think, gosh, I know VHS 94, 99, 85, and beyond for sure. I may have done VHS Viral, but yeah, I can't. I don't think I did. Yeah, I do think I started with 94, and all of them have segments that I really enjoyed, right? But sometimes there was like one or two that I didn't vibe with. But I do think this one has been the most consistent. And, it's always, right? It's easy to forget when it's been years between some of them. But yeah, like our framing thing, right? Phantasma is yeah, that, like, you're not quite sure where it's going, and then when the shit goes down you're like, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, that's some crazy shit, right? Out of our short, our segments, who I think, man, I'm not. I really enjoyed most of them, to be honest. I didn't hate any of them. You know, I don't know what would be my like. I thought Haunt was very good. Um, Kidprint, that was like, and that was fun. That was interesting where they went with that. Like Fun Size, oh my days, good. And once you're done with it, you kind of then remember the sweet that was eaten at the beginning, and you are like, oh dear, oh dear indeed. But Fun Size is definitely one that, yeah, if a sign says something, might be best to go with what is said, you know? Probably a good thing to do, especially at Halloween. Especially at Halloween, people. Uh-huh. Um, yeah, Ultra Supra Sic Infra, right? So that one is in, I don't know. I'll say Spanish. I might be wrong. It might be Portuguese. That one, obviously, like, it's subtitled, which is a pain because there's no solid background behind the subtitles. It's my usual pet peeve when it comes with subtitles. But it was good, right? Now, if the subtitles weren't trash, I think it would be even better. But yeah, that one was really good and very unexpected. I think even Coochie Coochie Coo, that was because, when the kids are like, oh, wait, you have to beware of the mummy. You're not quite sure what they're talking about, you know? And in all of them, there are those things, right? Where you're like, why run up the stairs? Or if someone is like coming at you, you're not just going to stand there, run. Sometimes people are a bit too easy to grab, right? You're like, wait, you're not throwing a punch, an elbow, something, you know what I mean? So there are those little things at times, right? But the actual stories and everything else is good, right? They were interesting and, fun. And they did grab your imagination, right? I liked the different looks all of these had. It wasn't just the same vibe, right? The same color palettes. Everyone had its own identity, which is, it's like, because it's found footage, right? So not everyone's going to be using the same cameras. They will be using different things. So that worked. The acting was good. In fun at times, the boys did come off as kind of theatre actors, right? Talking to the crowd, but not all the time, right? And, that's the only thing with that. But for the rest of it, it was very well, very well done. And like, if you get out a door, run, motherfucker, run. You know what I mean? But yeah, it made sweets. Like, it made sweets problematic, right? Fun Size did that shit. It's not just sugar you need to beware of, people. But yeah, as I say, this VHS definitely, it just felt like it's the most consistent. And just enjoyed the shit out of it. So I would say, if you enjoy the franchise, right? If you have watched all the previous ones, if you just like anthologies, then I would say VHS Halloween is well worth the watch. Now, if you got Shudder, obviously, right? You're a horror fan. If you don't, I don't know what you're going to do, people. But if you're a horror fan, Shudder is the thing that you should be copying. Okay? So, yeah. There we go. VHS Halloween, which is out on the 3rd of October.